Welcome to a new lesson, HDFS commands. In this lesson, we would learn about the HDFS commands. First, let us understand the terminologies FS shell and URIs. Hadoop FS shell is nothing but an interface between user and Hadoop distributed file system, that is HDFS. So if we want to perform any action on HDFS, we would have to use the Hadoop FS shell in order to do so. Hadoop FS shell only takes URIs, that is, Uniform Resource Identifiers, as input arguments. Unified Resource Identifiers are path of files in the following format: scheme, authority, and the actual path. Scheme can be of various types depending upon the file system it accesses. It can be HDFS for files on HDFS, local for the files on the local machine, FTP for the file system backed by FTP server, HAR also known as Hadoop Archive, which is a file system layered on top of HDFS, and so on. So in short, Hadoop FS shell can access the files from various file systems, and so schema and authority would have to be put accordingly. We would look in depth about Hadoop archives later, but right now I want you to remember that there are Hadoop archive files which are multiple Hadoop files put together, and they are accessed in a special manner as any archived or zipped file. But these do not compress the file. What they exactly do is what we'll cover later. I want you to imagine that disk or storage media of any node which has Hadoop installed has two worlds. One is the HDFS world and another is your local file system world. In the HDFS world, the schema used is HDFS and authority is localhost in our case. Scheme and authority are optional parameters. If they are not given, the defaults are picked up and it is mentioned in core site XML. Let us have a look at what we have set it in pseudo distribution mode. Here we see that fs.default.name has been set to HDFS scheme and localhost as authority. So these would be the defaults. And then is the path, which would be the location of the file or a directory. So URI for a child file in a parent directory would look like HDFS : //localhost /parent /child. In the local file system, the URI would look like file : followed by 3 / and the path. If you are familiar with Unix commands, HDFS commands would not be new to you. And in case if you are new to Unix commands, don't worry. They are only handful. And I have attached a document with this lesson which would let you know everything about them and you would be able to understand them pretty easily. Moreover, I have marked the commands with a star so that you can specifically remember at least those offhand as they are the most commonly used. I'll just demonstrate a few HDFS commands next, especially the ones which are not present in Unix or Linux systems. First of all, I would do a JPS. This command returns back all the Java programs running. So here I see all the daemons are running, and so I do not start any. If they would not have been running, I would have started them with bin/start-all.sh. Also, an interesting thing here to note is that all the data nodes, job tracker, name nodes are the Java programs with their main classes as what is listed here. So name node is nothing but a Java program with the main class name node. Let me first do a ls, that is to list all the files that are present in HDFS. So what I'll do is type bin /Hadoop fs -ls and then enter. There are a couple of things to note here. Bin /Hadoop fs would be at the start of every command we write. Remember, Hadoop FS is a shell or an interface which we interact with in order to perform command line operations on HDFS. Also, an important and an interesting thing to note is that when we list the files, it shows the output similar to what we see in ls-l in Linux. Before recording this video, I had already created first dir directory and a file. So you see them in the listing. If you observe closely, you would see that D is for directory and hyphen signifies the file. The remaining are the access controls of the owner, then the group, and then the others. R is for read, W is for write, and X has no significance in HDFS. There is nothing that is executable in HDFS, so it is of no significance. The second column shows the replication factor. So this means that this file has been stored with 1 as the replication factor, as we have set the property dfs.replication to 1 in HDFS site.xml. The second and the third column shows the owner and the group, and fifth column shows the number of bytes it occupies. The seventh and the eighth column shows the creation date and time, and lastly it shows the path. Next, I'll remove the file by command bin/hadoop fs-rm and the name of the file. So the file gets deleted. Here observe that we haven't explicitly written the complete URI as the default of HDFS scheme and localhost authority has been taken up. Now let us try to ls on the local file system. I'll do a bin/hadoop fs ls file and triple slashes. So in this case, it would list down complete files and directories in the root system. Now let us look at what is in the home directory. It says nj. Let us look what is inside that. So it lists down the documents in nj. Now let us create a file in local file system and copy it to HDFS. I'll go to home. I'll delete this file which I've created earlier. Now I'll create one more file and let me name it a file. I'll type in here, you all are rock stars. Now I'll again do an ls. So here we see that our file at the end. Now we'll type in bin/hadoop fs copy from local home nja file and in, which would be the destination file in HDFS. In this, observe closely that you would see that we haven't specified the complete URIs. Still this works. Copy from local command assumes that the last argument would be an HDFS path and all the previous ones would refer to the local file system, and hence this command works. And this is the difference between the copy from local command and the get command, which are similar in all aspects. Just that copy from local implies that all the arguments except for the last one is a one from local file system. So you can copy multiple files as well using this command. Now let us do an ls. We see our file. Let us print the file. And here you would see the message we typed in. So the copy has worked perfectly. Now let us try to do the reverse of this. Let us try to copy this file from HDFS to the local file system. So we'll use bin/hadoop fs copy to local in and a new file name h file. Now let us check if we have received the file from Hadoop. So we see H file and Hadoop says that you all are rockstars. Please play around a little with the commands in the document. It would be fairly simple now. Just observe closely how and where to mention URIs and everything would be simpler. See you in the next lesson.